Welcome back, everyone. We've got two special guests this morning as the YMCA of Lincoln is celebrating 150 years in the community with a coat drive that begins today and runs through the middle of the month. The Y is, of course, partnering with the People City Mission, and this is for this. And joining us is, of course, Pastor Tom from the City Mission, and then JP Lauterbach from the Chief Operations Officer from the YMCA. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
JP, I guess I'll start with you. How did this kind of all start and to go?
Yeah, well, we connected with Tom and his staff a month or so ago and just talked about ways that we could get involved and ways we could help, and why, you know, we've done things over the years that benefit community in a lot of different ways. And one of the things we talked about with winter coming up, that you know, it's coat and hat and mitten season, so we thought a coat drive would be something that we could do that get all of our branches and all of our members involved in an opportunity to give back to the rest of the community. So yeah, it kind of was born from that discussion.
150 years. What comes to mind when you think that? How long that's been a staple in the community like that?
Sure. Well, just, you know, obviously the first thing that comes to my mind is how much things have changed, which is kind of an understatement. But you know, not only in the community, but just with the YMCA. I mean, we've grown our programs, grown our services. You know, it started out as a prayer group for men only, and obviously it's much more than that now. And the focus on holistic health, family programs, and then again, the thing that I think that has always stayed there is providing that service to everyone, whether they can afford to pay for it or not. We have programs that help everybody be able to participate.
And Tom, you were saying in the break that the People City Mission has been around for quite a bit of time as well, over 100 years as well. So what does it mean to be a part of something like this, you know, for 150 years in the community and then over 100 years for you guys as well?
Well, you know, I'm a big believer in the Y. I was a kid. The Y helped me a lot through my youth, and I mean, we're just honored to team up with them. It's a great organization, and you know, coats right now going to be a big need. I know it's not cold yet, but it's coming, and every year, you know, it's one of the biggest issues our guests have, because most of them don't have cars, and so they have to be out in the element, and it gets really cold. We've had lots of people during the winter, frostbite, and it's just miserable being out there. So coats, it's really a life and death almost situation. It's very critical, and so we appreciate the Y doing this. This is great.
And I'm sure you've heard so many of these emotional stories, you know, just people that, how every coat matters, right?
Yeah, every coat matters, because every person matters. Yeah. Exactly.
JP, how can kind of people help out a little bit?
Yeah, so you mentioned before, the coat drive starts today. It runs through October 22nd, and we have collection spots at all 4 of our branches in each of the 4 corners in town. So people can go out and buy a new coat. You know, new coats are great and they're preferred, but we'll take gently used coats as well. And really, all shapes and sizes. You know, we need large adult coats and even some coats for kids. So you can buy that, bring it into the Y. We're actually doing some things at the Y that if you're a member of the Y and you bring a coat in, you can enter your name into a drawing. If you're not a member of the Y and you'd still like to participate, we'd still love you to bring coats into any of the branches, and you can enter a chance to have a free week at the Y. So if you're thinking about it, this might be the one thing that kind of pushes you to start. So now through October 22nd, we're just collecting as many coats as we possibly can.
People can bring them to the People City Mission always, right?
They sure can. People City Mission, our distribution center out at the 1600 P Street. You bet.
Sounds good. Well, let's throw those locations up right now for the YMCA. These are the drop-off locations you can see right there. You can bring those to the Cooper Y, that's off of South 14th Street, the Koppel Family YMCA near 84th and Yankee Hill, the Fallbrook Y off of Highway 34, and the Northeast YMCA on North 70th Street as well. And we're going to have all this information, all these locations on our website, KLKNTV.com. We'll also have this full interview there as well. Guys, thank you so much for coming in, and this sounds like a great cause.
Thanks for having us.
Again, this runs through from October 1st to October 22nd. You have a chance to donate coats all throughout the month there. We're going to be right back with more news and weather right after the break.